Today I'm gonna be going over every single book I've read this summer. Unfortunately, didn't read that much. I feel like, for me personally, I was just busy with work and stuff like that. But I don't even know the total. I have them all written down. We'll see what the total was. I think I only read 19, which is not that good for me, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine. So yeah, let's just get into it. All right, so the first book I read coming home from school was The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I gave this 2 stars. I don't really remember it even that much, but I remember I did like the cheat sheet, I think, more than this one. I think it's just the way that she writes her characters. The girl main character, what was her name? Nora. It just seemed really childish to me, and I just didn't really like it. Like, I don't think she would like swear. I don't know. It just seemed a little too childish for me, so it wasn't my cup of tea. All right, next I read Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez. This was my first Abby Jimenez book. I gave it, what did I give this? I gave this a 3 stars. It was nothing special. It was just a good romance. I have yet to read Yours Truly or any other book by Abby Jimenez, but I'm hoping to do so soon, and really get a feel for how I like her writing. There's not much, I don't really remember it that well, but cute little romance, just good, nothing special. All right, next I read Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. I read this before, I wanted to read it before the show came out. What did I give this? I gave this a 3.75. I really liked it. Penn and Colin are not my favorite, so do with that what you will. And the book was quite a bit different than the show as far as I can remember, just in who knows what and how the secret comes out and stuff. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I love the show, love the books. I'm excited to keep reading and watching the series. But yeah, if you're interested, if you like the show, I would recommend reading the books, because they aren't like, I don't know how you would say it, like, it doesn't read like an old-timey story. Like, it reads like a modern day romance, but as a period piece, if that makes sense. All right, next I read Powerless. I love this book. I did give it a 5 stars. I love Peyton and I love Kai. It's so good. I highly recommend. He is powerful, she is powerless, and she is still a badass. She's so cool, I want to be her. And I want to be with Kai. Next I read The Wishing Game. I'm trying to remember what this is about. I gave it a 3.5. Oh, I do remember this. This was just a really cute, wholesome story about a woman who, I think she has like a foster kid or like she's a teacher, and Christopher is an orphan and she wants to adopt him, but she doesn't have the money, I think, so she plays this game for like a famous children's author, I think. If she wins the game, she can have the money to provide for Christopher. A lot of people love this book. I liked it. It was very cute and sweet and heartwarming. So if that's what you're looking for, definitely give this a read. All right, then I read Hopeless by Elsie Silver. Finally finished the Chestnut Spring series. I was never that big of a fan of Bo. I know it was really hyped up because a lot of people were really excited for Bo's story, and I was, because I love like the kind of like military, ex-military, I don't know, I normally like that plot, but I don't know, something about I don't remember what the main character's name was. She's a super sweet girl, and then I don't know, just the way that Bo talked to her, like, yes, he was very protective, but he also, like, it was age gap, and he, like, sexualized her a lot, I feel like. I don't know, there's something about the dynamic that was just throwing me off, and I just didn't really like Bo that much in it. I didn't really feel like the Bo from other stories, which I get it, he was struggling with trauma from being in the military, but yeah, I don't know, something about it just felt off. I still gave it 3 stars just because I love the series, but yeah, not my favorite. Then I read My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I hear a lot of mixed opinions on this. It was one of my first times reading like just like a plain literary fiction book, I guess. I gave it 3 stars. It was fun. Like, it was definitely a little bit boring at some points. Didn't really have a plot, but I don't know, I really just think I like that author's writing style. Kept me enticed, entertained. I don't know, I liked it, but I wouldn't recommend it to everybody. It's definitely an acquired taste. Alright, then I read Butcher and Blackbird. I thought I was gonna love this book because it sounded similar to the Mindfuck series, and I really didn't like it. I gave it a 2.5 stars. I don't know, like, some parts were fine. It just felt, I don't know, it was kind of I really don't have words to explain it. Like, it wasn't, how do I say this? Because it's definitely not a YA book, but in the way that it was written, it kind of felt and okay, especially if you're comparing it to the Mindfuck series though. Like, just the writing style for both of them, I don't know. And I wasn't really digging the 2 serial killers killing people together in gruesome ways. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna finish the series. If it's your cup of tea, awesome. Just not mine. Then I read Powerful. I'm not gonna lie, I gave this book 5 stars as well. And for a novella, I've never done that before. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, because if you haven't read Powerless, then this whole book is a spoiler, kind of. But I wanted to sob from the moment I read does it start with? Yeah, well, it's a prologue, so I wanted to sob immediately once I saw the POV. So yeah, I loved it. It was depressing, and yeah, that's all I have to say. Then I read The Teacher by Frida McFadden. I gave this a 3.75. Like all of Frida McFadden's books, they're not like the best book I ever read, but they're super entertaining, well written, always plot twist, and most of the time, even if I guess like a little bit of the plot twist, it's still good the way she executes it. Is that a spoiler? I don't think it is. I think it is a spoiler. Okay, I'm gonna cut that part out. But like, there's some tropes that could be not what you want to read about, so I don't know. I might cut all I don't know how to explain the books. I don't remember what the back of the book says, but all I will say, it was exciting, left me on my toes, and I guess part of the plot twist, but it was still good, and yeah, that's all. Then I read The Housemaid is Watching by Frida McFadden. This I gave also a 3.75. I don't know, yeah, it was a good wrap up to the end of the story. To, what's her name again? Millie's story. I don't think it was necessary really, but I mean, nothing against it. Yeah, maybe I could have done without it actually, because I don't really like the way they brought the children into the whole thing, but also like it was still good. I don't know, I don't know my thoughts on it. Some things I didn't need from it, yet I'm still happy I read it, I think. Anyways, I don't know how to articulate my feelings, I guess. Then I read Into the Dark, and this I gave a 4 stars, and nothing wrong with it. It's just a big fat book, and I don't know, like it was perfect, but it wasn't 5 stars like some other books that I read. Definitely not a letdown. Good end to Magnolia Beauty's story. Made me sob, made me laugh. I have some of these are, well, all the pink ones or the maroon ones are Magnolia BJ, and then I have a select few dark blue ones that are Julian. Oh my god, those make me want to cry every time. Like I can't even, just flipping through it, I will cry if I read something about Julian. And then the green ones are, I think, funny. Yeah, Magnolia was so funny in this book. Anyways, love this book, love this series. Need the next Stacey Yates to come out, but yeah. Then I read This Summer Will Be Different. To be honest, I don't remember a lot of her stories. I'm even blanking on the author's name, but she has those summer romance reads, and I feel like I can never really remember them. Carly Fortune, that's what they are. Carly Fortune. Nothing against Carly Fortune. I actually do love her writing. They are like entertaining, good summer reads. I just don't really they don't really stick with me that much. So I did give it a 3.75. Did enjoy it for what it was. Do I remember it? No. How could I forget my literal favorite book? But I read Normal People. Oh my god, this book is so good. And I watched a show right after, and I'm obsessed with both. Again, apparently I am I'm illiterate also. I am a literary fiction fan, apparently. I don't really have any words for this book. I just loved it. Some people love it, some people hate it. I loved it. And yeah. Like a lot of literary fiction books, there's not really like a plot to it. It's just like tells the story of their life, and I don't care. I love their heartbreaking little story. So yeah, that's all. Taming 7. This was a lot of people's most anticipated read. I wasn't like super overly excited about Gibbsy and Claire. Just I love Johnny and Shannon and Joey and Eva, and I do love Gibbsy, but I've never been a big Claire fan, and I'm still not really a big Claire fan. Gave it a 3.25. I still love Gibbsy, and his story literally teared me to pieces. But I was getting, a lot of it was, I've been hearing a lot of people say this as well. They were kind of like, it was a lot about Lizzie too, which is important to the storyline, to Gibbsy's storyline as well. But I don't know, there was a lot of that. And I just don't really like Claire. Chloe Walsh writes teenagers, perfectly, I would say. Like, obviously, Johnny and Shannon, Joey and Eva, they have a lot more, like a lot of tragedy. And she still wrote them, as children, but with that weight to it. I don't know. And then the way she wrote Gibbsy and Claire, Claire specifically, definitely was like a child, a teen or whatever, and for some reason I just didn't like Claire, which she is, like, I don't know how, she's young, but like she wouldn't like swear like the rest of the group, or she just, I don't know, she just seemed, it's like the part of the YA that you don't like when it's too childish. And it's nothing against the writing, because she is a child, like she should be childish. I just didn't like, I don't know, it felt out of place when everybody else was dealing with this big stuff, and then she's so like lighthearted, and I don't know, she's a great person, obviously. I don't know why it bugged me. That makes me probably just a horrible person, but anyways, I don't love Claire, but that's okay. Okay, next I read Summer Romance, and I left it at my sister's apartment. I have to go to work, so this is gonna be a speed round. 3.5. Liked it. Good summer romance. Not a lot of spice, so if you're looking for that or not looking for that, do with that what you will. A woman just got a divorce, been in sweatpants for too long, just looking for a summer fling. She finds it. He is chef's kiss, and yeah, read it in the summertime. It's good. Then I read Not in Love, DNF. I had no idea what their jobs were, and that's the entire story outside of their sex lives. And I don't know, that's just not enough for me. Like I didn't know what they were saying outside of that. It was too sciencey. And then it was all that work stuff, and then into the bedroom. And I was just not, no, not for me. DNF. Then I did a reread of The Deal. This is actually not the copy I read. I reread one of the new cover editions and annotated it for my best friend. She's been asking me to do it for a long time, and so I finally did. And it was so much fun. I definitely cringed a lot more reading it at age 20 than I did at 17, I think. So, but I still love Karen Hanna, and I would recommend this book if you're looking for a cute little hockey romance. But there are some triggering things in here, just to let you know, and there is a content warning in the beginning, so yes. And then my most recent read, Funny Story by Emily Henry. I was putting this off because I do get mixed feelings about Emily Henry, but I loved this one. I gave it 4 stars. Oh, I didn't even rate The Deal. I gave The Deal 3 stars, by the way. I think I gave it 5 stars the first time, but now it's 3 stars just because my taste has grown, and that's fine. Back to Funny Story. I gave it 4 stars. I loved this one. Kind of like an unexpected lovers. I love Miles in this story. Daphne's chill too. Just little children's librarian, and a wine cellar. Miles is a wine cellar. I don't know, I just loved it. It was great, super fun, and yeah. Alright, that's all the books I read this summer. It is still August 14th, so I probably will read at least 2 more books, but I do leave to go study abroad next week, which is crazy, but I'm not gonna have all these books with me to film at the end of summer, so just wanted to get this out of the way, even though I probably will read a couple more books. So yeah, pretty good reading summer. Wish I would have read a little bit more, but that is okay. I was enjoying my summer with my friends and working to save up for my upcoming trips, and yeah. So stay tuned for my next video. Bye! Okay, I'm home from work now. I completely forgot to mention Reckless. I don't know in what order I did read all these books in, but oh my god, I've been looking for this. This book, what did I end up giving this? A 4? I think 4.5. I don't know, I'll check. Maybe I'll put it on the screen if I feel like it. But yeah, obviously loved this book a lot. I don't know, some people were like not very, like were kind of disappointed in it because there was too much romance, or it was too much like cat and mouse chase. I don't know. I really liked it. Thought it was a perfect amount of romance of enemies to lovers, but I knew the ending was gonna happen. So I'm really excited for the next part to come out, because how are you just gonna end the book like that? Like, I don't know, but yeah, this series is quickly becoming one of my favorites. So, yeah, highly recommend, and looking forward to the next one. All right, now we're done, but I think I'm gonna use the old intro or outro. We'll see.